I'm Eric Timmreck, and I have had a long career of working with companies like Microsoft, Amazon, OfferUp. Much of that time I spent in fraud defense and protection. Over the course of that time, I had the pleasure of working with FiveBy, and so I was so pleased when they asked me to help with this video and talk through a few ways that have worked for me in the past to identify top-line metrics that will help really tell the story of trust and safety, earn the trust of executives, and help you secure future investment in that area. Here are 4 ways to approach top-line fraud metrics: exposure rate, financial impact, losses prevented, and user trust. You can consider them as the tip of a pyramid of metrics. Underneath them, there are lots of metrics feeding into them, but the top line metric is the story that you go to in big meetings, regular quarterly meetings, those kinds of things. So here we go. Exposure rate is the first one. Think about exposure rate as a way of measuring the percentage of users who have been exposed to any kind of bad experience over a particular period of time, whether that be a policy violation, they've been a victim of fraud, some sort of scam. They have had some sort of experience on the platform. Coming up with an aggregate exposure rate for the user experience will tell you whether over time you are improving the experience of the users or whether it is declining. Ideally, you want the population of users who are exposed to bad activity to be declining over time. The second approach to a top-line metric is financial impact. Now, this is often used by crypto exchanges, banks, businesses of that nature who are heavily focused on financial transactions, and it focuses on the financial losses as a percentage of normal business. Again, ideally, you want the losses as a percentage of normal business to be on the decline. The third is losses prevented. Now, this is a tricky one. It's not for every situation, but it's been very helpful to me in the past, in particular cases. Now, this one is it's something that you use in situations where you want to be very proactive in your defense. So if you don't have the luxury of waiting until a crime occurs to stop the activity, if instead you must stop the activity before a crime occurs, then how do you calculate the impact of that activity? Well, it's with a losses prevented metric. So with this one, what you need to do is work with analysts to get a clear picture based on historic data of what is the expected impact of a bad actor coming into your system and doing the bad thing that they're going to do, so that when you stop them early before they do it, you can use that calculation to say, here's how much damage we prevented. And so at aggregate, as you're stopping lots and lots of users, hopefully early in the process as they're creating accounts or logging in, then you're racking up a big pile of losses prevented. The final approach to a top-line fraud metric is user trust. This is basically measuring, do users feel the benefits or the pain of the protections that you are providing? If over time, as you add protections, it feels like friction, it is interfering with the user experience, then this metric would be telling you that. You are listening to the users in this aggregate metric, and they are telling you that the experience is declining. Ideally, what you want is for protections to increase over time, and so bad actors or fraudsters are feeling the pain of your protections. They are feeling the friction. They are experiencing account challenges, but your good users are sailing straight through and having a great seamless experience. So those are the 4: exposure rate, financial impacts, losses prevented, and user trust. Picking the right metric is difficult, but delivering it is even more difficult. You don't have to tell me. There are so many situations where you want to do the perfect metric, but you've got data issues underneath it or something else preventing you from getting there. And what I would say is, I have faced those challenges many times. Lots of my colleagues face those challenges. I've worked with FiveBy in situations like this to help shore up those issues and get to a great top-line metric to tell my story. A company like FiveBy has the expertise, people who have been there and done it, who can help you identify the right metric for your situation and fill in any of the knowledge gaps, resolve data issues, you name it. They are an all-encompassing solution. They can help you get to the right metric to tell your story effectively to executives or anyone else you need to talk to about the function of trust and safety or fraud.